Outlander Media Network, and I'm with Mike. What's your last name, Mike?
Mikey Carvajal from Islander.
Carvajal. I didn't know how to pronounce your last name.
Oh, it's all good. And there's a Y on there. I always make sure there's a Y.
Great show. I'm just glad to tell you this was our third time's the charm show for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Because the first two were kind of disastrous.
Why?
It wasn't y'all's fault.
Oh, no.
I loved your first show, but y'all had all kinds of sound problems at it, and only got to perform 2 songs. It was outdoors, and by the time they got the sound straightened out, the next band was hitting the stage.
Wait, where was this?
Can you guess? It's a festival.
I don't remember this happening.
Blue Ridge.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We played like 3, but yeah.
We were so excited because it was me and my camera person. It was our first show seen together.
So that was a bummer. So I remember that it was our first show back after the whole pandemic, and I was so hyped and terrified because we hadn't done it in so long. And then when we got up there, all these sound issues, and we couldn't even start our set because they couldn't get stuff to come out of the PA. It was weird. And Spirit Box had gone right after us, I think.
Yeah,
we got them all good though, so they fixed everything. So Spirit Box came up and crushed it.
Yeah, y'all pretty much set Spirit Box up well.
Yeah, we did.
But what we saw, we really, really liked, and I was like, we got to catch these guys in concert. So we kept trying, and we couldn't work our schedule right. So the next year, we went to the same place again. At this time, we didn't get to see you at all because what we done was the night before, we were there for the pre-party, and y'all were going to be the 11:35 people the next morning. I think it's what time y'all were playing. So what we did was we left at 9 o'clock in the morning because we didn't feel like camping, and went and parked so the buses could bring us in. We got in line that morning, and we didn't arrive on the venue until 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sounds about right. Blue Ridge was a cluster, man. It was crazy.
So we missed you. Missed you this time.
I'm glad that you got to see us.
We got the full effect this time. I was like, hell yeah. I mean, you guys remind me of a lot of. Remind me of back in the '90s with Head PEs, who y'all remind me of.
Really?
A lot of real great new metal classic guys. I love y'all's your album. I've not got to buy it yet because I'm a CD guy, but I see the CD up at the merch stand, so I'm very excited about that.
Nice, yeah, man. Thank you so much for checking it out.
We haven't bought it yet. We're going to buy it before we leave because
when
I work out in the gym, I always listen to CDs in the gym.
Yeah.
I have a Walkman. Don't judge.
I'm not going to judge. Where'd you get it? Is it old school? Or?
No, I bought it online, and it has a rechargeable battery. You charge it when you get home.
Man.
And you just go back in there.
Yeah, I wish we still lived in a CD world, but I just have this now, and it's sad. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I grew up when CDs was the shit.
No, I did too, man. I had the whole book full of, all the booklets with the album, and I'd read through the booklet and all that. But times have changed.
I mean, she looks at mine at the home, and I still buy CDs. I probably got 7,000 or 8,000 CDs easy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I've never downloaded any of them.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you are old school, bro.
Oh, I love.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I see a CD come online, I buy it online right then. You can't go to the stores like you used to, like Media Play, Tower Records, Record Bar, whatever.
Yeah, that world's going away, bro. It's sad, but it's true. They don't even make vehicles really with CD players anymore.
No, you have to have it put in now.
Yeah.
I got to put it in my newer car, but the other one still has a CD player in it, so we're still cruising around in that one.
Yeah.
So who came up with the idea to call this new album Grammy Nominated?
That was my brother. He's our bass player, Chris. He was just saying he thought it would be funny if we had like a grandma on the cover, like handing a trophy to like, I don't know, like just to some kid or whatever, like a grandma, like Grammy nominated. Because if you look in the dictionary, the word Grammy means grandmother. So we thought it was kind of funny, but it's kind of a play on words with like the Grammys, obviously. But we're kind of picking at it a little bit because we think the Grammys are kind of like weird because a lot of the people that accept awards and stuff, they don't write their own music. So it's like they're saying thank you for something they didn't do, and I just think that's really weird. So what we did was we created the album cover with AI, because a lot of people hate AI, and I'm seeing all these bands that I know for a fact aren't writing their own songs, and that's not every band. There's a lot of bands that do, but the majority, I would say, don't. I'm not kidding. And so we're kind of picking at them because they're all like, oh, AI is taking all these artistic jobs away and stuff. I'm like, you guys don't write your own songs. Like, what's the difference? Like, or what's even worse? Like, somebody writing your song and you pretending that you wrote it, or using AI and saying you used AI. So that's kind of what we're pointing the finger at and saying, we see you guys. So that's it.
I thought it was just a great play on words, because I was showing somebody at my job, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be interviewing this band Highlander, and I can't wait for it. And they punched you up, and they went, wow,
the Grammy
this
nominated.
band has been nominated for a Grammy. And I was like,
oh, we've received all the congrats.
That's awesome.
We've received them all. Yeah, that was, we thought that was pretty funny. We were having family and stuff message, and they were like, yo, like, such and such in my family is Grammy nominated. This is crazy. And we were just like sitting back with popcorn, like the old memes, and we're like, this is hilarious. Like, people think we won a Grammy, or nominated rather.
Well, the guy was sitting there going,
but see,
wow.
That's what's so goofy about it though. Like, the Grammys aren't voted on by fans.
Oh no.
So what's special about them? It's a big old industry. I'm not going to say the word, but it's a big old industry cuddle puddle, for lack of a better term, where they all pay each other off so that they can have bragging rights.
Well, you can, like this past year, I was showing her, especially in the metal category,
Yeah.
you can pick who's going to win. You
Every
know
year.
who's going to win.
I
This
know.
year, I was like, Metallica's going to win this hands down.
Yeah. It's just whoever has the most money.
Or who's got the biggest name. And they don't even, they
Well,
probably
it's-
never listen to the rest of the
again,
albums.
it's who has the most money. Like, these people go and it's all the industry people. They want to party off the rock star's dime or whatever it is, and they just get together and they dress up in their nice clothes and stuff, and they throw themselves a party.
Well, see, when I turned against the Grammys was when the metal category first came into play.
Yeah.
And it was the year Metallica was nominated for one, and they gave the Grammy to Jethro Tull for some album that nobody had listened to.
Yeah.
And it was right after Metallica had performed on stage.
I think it would be cool to be nominated for a Grammy simply because that means your band is popular enough to be nominated.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean anything to me, because if a fan had no part in voting, I don't know what's special about it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So,
well, like I said, they got so many freaking categories.
yeah.
You might have been nominated or even know it.
Nah, I wasn't. I was
I mean, there's 1,000 categories.
That's what's kind of
Best
funny.
spoken word. I was like, what?
We've kind of noticed that perception is reality with this industry. So it's funny because we can say our new album is Grammy nominated, and all of a sudden people are looking our way and going, dude, like this band, and I'm like, you can tell what they're not paying attention.
Oh, no.
They're not paying attention. You can say anything. I could literally get online tonight and say, so stoked, we just won a MTV award, they sent us to us, and people will be like, that's amazing, and I'm like, it doesn't even exist. So it's just, people are just making up stuff. So,
But I tell you what's cool though, that y'all's new song being played on Octane like it has been.
dude, we're extremely grateful to Vinny, Jose, everybody at Octane, Shannon. They've always been good to us, and I think that it's really cool because we don't get like, I'm seeing how to put this. We don't hand money behind people's backs and this and that, and I feel like Octane, at least from my perspective, in my experience, Vinny and them are some of the most punk rock people as far as just grabbing stuff that they like and throwing it out there. And that doesn't mean that I like everything on Octane.
Oh,
It doesn't
yeah.
mean I like everything, period. But like, I'm just very grateful, and I do like some stuff on Octane. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me. I don't want to, but I just think it's cool that those guys just kind of can take something that they like and say we're going to give this a chance, because a lot of stations won't do that.
No.
So
I mean, that's one of the things I love when Jose has the test drive on there.
Yeah.
He brings out some new songs.
Yeah.
And some bands, they automatically get played right then anyways. Like, they've been playing all day long. The new Ice Nine Kills released today, all day long today.
Yeah. Today it did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a remake of Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah. It'll really?
Yeah, it really is. I was kind of surprised with that one.
I'll have to see it or hear. I mean, Goaty Hook did it forever ago. I don't know. Take us on tour. I don't know.
Hey, I'd love to see y'all on tour with Ice Nine Kills.
I would love it too. I would love it. I would love to win a Grammy so I can get up there and say thanks.
So who do y'all think y'all be touring with next after this tour is over with Lacey? And
We are going to be doing some one-off dates, headline stuff for our 10-year anniversary of Violence and Destruction. At least that's the plan. And then we have some stuff in the works for the fall. We can't say anything.
Right.
Number one, because it hadn't been confirmed yet, so I'd be lying. Number two, even if it were confirmed and it wasn't announced, I would get in trouble and get kicked off the tour. So those are the two things.
yeah, we've learned that a long time ago with some of the interviews.
Really?
You got to be careful with.
Yeah, it's like I can't
what
talk
is
about
said.
this. Yeah.
Usually they'll tell me offline after we get off the air.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but we don't never say nothing online because
Right.
you can jeopardize your tour itself.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
touring for musicians is where the money is at.
Yeah, because we don't make, like, people think we make money off of our music. Like, no, we always joke, like we always joke, all the bands we tour with, we're traveling t-shirt salesmen. We're traveling t-shirt salesmen, and it feels like I'm in the circus. So that's kind of.
I mean, we did our first, me and my partner over did our first merch stand at a con, and I see your point, what you go through trying to do this stuff that you're trying to.
It's rough, but I love it with all my heart. I really do.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't love it.
No, because I could have money and buy things, but I don't. That's how much I love this. I'm not kidding. People think I'm rich because we tour with Korn. I'm not. I'm just sorry. I can't stress it enough how much I'm not.
I mean, one of the things, like when I grew up in the golden age of music, when CDs sold and this sold and that sold, and one of the bands, Metallica, was the one that stood up and said, "Hey, they didn't quit downloading all this stuff for free."
Yeah.
And people said, "Oh, no, let them have it." And then when COVID hit, it was like, we can't tour or nothing.
Dude, it was awful. We all turned into video games, like Twitch streamers. Like, seriously, like all of a sudden my manager was calling me, "All right, you need to play the video game tonight at such and such." And I'm like, being in a band in 2020 had nothing to do with music. It was the last, I literally was a video game player for a whole year and a half.
Everybody was trying to come up with, we'll have a concert online, and it's like,
oh brother, dude, we did so many acoustic weird variety shows in my man cave live on Instagram, and you'll never catch me doing that unless there's another pandemic, because it was so awkward. I was playing with toys on camera, I was showing people my dog, I was playing video games, playing songs. It was really weird. If anybody enjoyed that, thank you. It was so hard.
I mean,
it was hard.
I mean, it was hard for everybody. Like, one of the things, in that whole year, I went to one concert. There was somebody had a drive-in concert. It was a band called Great White.
Oh my God.
In Kentucky, and they had us spaced out in the cars to watch them, and you were so far away. It was like, why did I even?
Dude, it was the
weirdest.
This? That was the weirdest year ever. It was awful. It was awful.
I mean, you said tonight during the show that we all need to try to get along. We all can agree to disagree.
Yes,
and I agree with that 100%, because this was the thing that really made people not really good during COVID. Was they would sit there, and I used to be a bartender many years ago, and they tell you two things you don't talk about: politics and religion. And these people were getting on Facebook, expressing their political views and their religion views, and you're sitting there fighting because you ain't got nothing else better to do, and the people sitting there fighting and turn against each other like that.
I literally woke up one morning, and I just kind of I started crying. I started crying because I opened up my phone and I saw a video. I had already been dealing with all this COVID stuff. I didn't know if I had a career anymore. I was trying to figure out just simple things like how to not go crazy sitting in the house for that long. And then I get online that morning. I remember I was sitting there. I opened up my phone, and it was during the whole BLM riots. And all of a sudden, I see this footage of these cops being drugged through the city in Chicago. And I just started crying because I was like, what in the world? Like, it was just an awful year. Like, and that's kind of where I'm saying, like, agree to disagree with stuff, because the thing is we can't change what people think or people believe. If somebody's racist, I can't go and choke the racism out of them or something. It's just, yo, go over there, you do you, I'm going to do me. And it's not, with them, it's not like, agree to disagree, eat some food together. It's like, listen, like, I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. So I'm going to go over here, but I'm not going to go and waste my breath trying to hurt you or do something. It's just like, I think you're ridiculous. It's like Santa Claus. Like, I don't believe in Santa Claus, so I don't waste my time arguing it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I just feel like that's kind of the message that I was trying to convey up there. I see people arguing about what they believe politically or whatever, and I'm like, that's fine, argue away, but just at the end of the day, if we disagree, are you cool with still being my friend? Are you cool with still love it? Because I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm fine with if somebody believes completely opposite from me. I believe in Jesus. If somebody believes completely opposite from me, I'm allowed to think they're wrong.
Oh yeah.
But I'm allowed also, or I have the responsibility to be kind, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, and I hope that they who disagree with me give me the same kindness.
Yeah, that's like with us, me and my camera person. When we're not doing this, we're nurses, we're in medical field,
Awesome,
and the way I do things at work is I just try to kill them with kindness, because the people I take care of, I just see my face on their face, and that might be me sitting there one day. I think of the same concept. No matter what they're telling me, I'm going to be as nice as I can to you, and we're still going to be friends, because there's, especially if you work in long-term care or mental health, you're going to have a bad day. And I've seen people where, especially mental health, I have these 8 people that just pissed me off all day long, and then the next day, I have the same 8 people, and we good to go. They just having a bad day that day. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like me and my brother, we're in a band together. He's my big brother, I'm his little brother, I'm the lead singer of the band. We're gonna butt heads. We butt heads before we were in a band.
You butt heads when you were 5.
We're brother. I stuck a peanut butter sandwich in the Nintendo one time and got in trouble because it was ridiculous. But anyways, like, it was his Nintendo. He owned it officially, but I stuck a peanut butter sandwich in it because I was upset with him. And then my mom's like, "That's the Nintendo you play," and I'm like, "I'm an idiot." So that's kind of what I see other people do, and they're getting mad at people and they don't realize they're sticking a peanut butter sandwich in their own situation.
Yeah, it's like me.
Sorry if that's weird.
Me and hers, we just, like I said, we don't always have. We've had fights. It's not perfect. A relationship's a lot of work, and we know it. But the next day, we start fresh.
That's right.
The person tells their problem. She tells me my problem with me.
Right.
And we start fresh again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm gonna need people to have grace with me in situations, and I need to have grace with them and show mercy. And I feel like our culture is too quick to be like, this person must be exiled. They believe whatever, and it's like, were you gonna give them a chance to maybe change their views and just say, hey man, here's where I think you're wrong, or here's where we know you're wrong. Like, there's things that we know as a society that are wrong. Racism's wrong. There's people that are racist. Like I said, I can't go and convince them, don't you be racist. Them go, you're right. It's like, no, I have to live that out in front of them and show them, hey, like, I'm sorry you might have had a bad experience with somebody. I've had bad experiences with friends and family, but they're my friends and family, no matter what color, no matter what their belief. Just love them.
You know, when I first caught y'all's band, you know, and I didn't have much background on you the first time I saw y'all. I thought y'all were from Hawaii for a minute because of the makeup and all that. And I thought
War paint.
War paint, my bad. But that's the first thing I thought, man, I've always seen one band in my entire life from Hawaii, and here's another one.
That's dope.
Yeah. I mean, the only Hawaiian band I've ever saw was Pepper.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember them.
No, but me and my brother, we're Dominican, so we're still like, you know, we've got that Caribbean flavor, but our band's called Islander just because literally our former guitar player, we needed a band name, and he saw an Islander IPA beer koozie. He was like, it says Islander. Do you want to be called Islander? We're like, sure. I'm tired of thinking about it. So.
And you're in a non-profit group. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm not like. It's kind of weird. So I've never was unattached or attached, and that's kind of the thing about it. Like, I'm not a decision maker. I don't handle the day to day. Like, it's just homies. Like, they're just the whosoevers.
Yeah, that's it.
And yeah, it's just the homies that we share a heart for loving on people and being kind to people, like we were talking about, helping people get out of sex trafficking, helping people like going into prisons and speaking. Just hanging out with my friends and being that like that's a whosoever. It's not like a gang you get jumped into or something. Like it's just there's nowhere to sign up if you have a heart to love on people and believe that that God's got something good for people in their lives and that He can change lives. And it's like, cool, dude. Like whosoever, man. Like so, yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. We appreciate you taking time out to interview with us,
dude.
Thank you. Catch Islander on tour with Lacey Stern. Catch them on tour. They'll have some one-off shows. And we're Outlander Media Network, and we're out of here. Peace.
Outlander and Islander.
Awesome.